Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Game. Today we are talking about fighting games. Are they the next exclusive? Now, to my right, we've got Chris GQ Kringle, and to my left, we've got the main man, Waffles. Syrup or no syrup?
I'm gonna do maple today.
Maple, okay.
Just mix it up.
So, every time. I don't know if am I a very
I think you
generous
just
guy?
forget who you are sometimes.
I do sometimes. Am I getting old? I am. Megashaun. Fellas.
Indeed.
Game on.
All right, well, if you're going to point to me and I'll start it off. As most people out there in the Junkie Nation know, I'm a fighting game fan. Don't let the hat fool you. I don't really like Christmas that much, but I do like when this time of year comes around when I have a little bit of time to take some time to play my fighting game. So with Street Fighter V coming exclusively to the powerhouse PlayStation 4, I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of, you know, end game for that other system over there. And again, I'm not a PC gamer. All you PC gamers out there, by humbug.
Master race.
Yeah, exactly. The master race. You got to upgrade every 2 days, though, don't you? Exactly. I mean, come on now. Back in the day, we all grew up in it. I mean, I remember battling this man in the arcades many times. Fighting games were the genre back in the early 90s. Like, if you weren't playing fighting games, you just weren't a gamer for most people. So, I mean, I'm glad to see that fighting games are starting to get back, back into the mix. But I'm kind of mad to see that some of them are kind of doing the exclusive thing, though.
So, do you both feel, obviously being on the polar opposites in regards to Microsoft and in regards to Sony, who you're currently representing, that
Send a check, Sony.
is Street Fighter still strong enough to make the Killer Instinct exclusive irrelevant to where you're gonna see quite a power shift of people moving from?
I think Street Fighter is just that golden standard. It's that one that everybody remembers. It was for most people, it's the granddaddy of fighting games. It's not the first. I mean, Karate Champ technically was the first.
It's Karate. Is that the game from
with two joysticks and from? Come on, Van Damme was playing.
That's what I was about to ask. I was about to. He said, I can't even remember the. Oh, did he say? Was it Atamito or whatever he was saying? Yeah.
Arigato.
Yeah, that's where he put that.
Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, the boy the boy Dukes put that whooping on him.
But yeah, Street Fighter is pretty much like, I guess, the Call of Duty fighting games now. That's the one everybody plays now.
Now, even though you're
and I know a lot of people that can play Street Fighter 4, but they suck at everything else.
Now, even though you were going to do it eventually, will the Street Fighter exclusive move your PS4 timeline purchase up?
No, I plan on getting it for a couple of other games besides Street Fighter. So.
Okay, so you're gonna get it anyway. But I mean, is it gonna happen any quicker now or no?
I don't see Street Fighter coming out anytime soon. So.
When is it supposed to come out?
It's 2015,
probably.
or maybe.
Maybe the end.
That's for everything.
Because they gotta do testing and all that stuff. So.
Now, speaking of continued exclusives, how is Killer Instinct been holding up?
Pretty good actually. It seems like the characters are gonna come out every month. I believe December 17th, Richter comes out.
Wait, hold on. Real quick, not to cut you off. I'll let you get back to what you said when Kanye West it real quick. Didn't that game come out on launch?
Yep.
How many characters are there supposed to be?
I think there's 9 season 1 and 9 for season 2, and they're about to be on the 4th character.
This is Walking Dead. What are these seasons? It's a game.
Right. That's what I'm saying, because that's basically
the
my
new
point.
thing now.
I'm sorry.
Every game has a season.
You
pass
spent
now.
40?
40, yeah.
You spent $40 on that game. Let's say, just arbitrary, you spend it on day one. You spent $40 for that game. Am I to believe that 24 months later, you're going to finally get to play the full game?
Oh, not even that, because then, I guess because the whole framework is laid down now. So, when it first came out, characters came out every 2 months almost.
Okay.
But now they come out every month now.
So does anybody have a complete Killer Instinct yet?
No, that's not possible.
Rare doesn't even have it.
Right.
Microsoft doesn't even have it.
They're making the characters month by month. So.
I mean, I guess it. So if now, how much for everything a year ago? How much would it have been for everybody as opposed? I mean, you just have to wait for them to trickle down.
Yeah.
So you pay 40, you get everybody, but you get them in 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. That was the problem I had.
Each season, like season 1, it came. Well, no, you can pay 20.
Okay.
For just the game, you pay 40 if you want, the arcade classic along with it.
So the game is 20, and that's it.
No, then you got to pay 20 for season 2.
And then you have to pay 20 for season
3 if they end up making season.
And then
3.
will that be everybody?
No, they each, the way it goes, each character comes out every month. That's just the way.
Well, I mean,
Let's put it to you in terms that you can that you like.
It's like a.
You bought a season. You bought season tickets for the Cowboys. You like that.
I'm a Patriot. But that's
Okay,
fine.
for the Patriots.
You can't get all the games in one city.
So yeah, exactly.
Gotta,
so you
gotta
bought
spread it out.
You bought your season tickets, but they made the playoffs. So now you got to get your playoffs package, and they made it to the Super Bowl. Now you got to buy your Super Bowl package. I'm sorry, I can't buy my games.
So you're going to spend like 80.
I already spent 80.
It's not even done?
Actually, I haven't spent 80, but yeah.
Technically, you had to spend $80 or 120 when it's all said and done for one game.
Hey,
wow.
Dead or Alive. Okay, Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive is actually Killer Instinct.
Most expensive.
Killer Instinct is cheap compared to Dead or Alive.
Okay, but now Guilty Gear.
Right.
Are you getting that? Will you be getting that?
Eventually, yeah.
And is that PS4
and PS3? So technically, I can get that now, but.
But that's still so. Sony now has Street Fighter and they have Guilty Gear.
Yep.
And how much is all of this so far? I mean, how much is Guilty Gear roughly?
Probably 60.
Yeah,
60. And then Street Fighter probably be 60.
Yeah, it'll be 60.
Oh,
So 120
for the vanilla version of Street Fighter, because you know they're gonna come out with a whole bunch of other.
Oh yeah,
versions.
Of course. So 120 for 2 as opposed to Killer Instinct, and you're probably paying more than that. Yes. Sony's looking pretty good right now. Not that I'm a fighting genre guy like that, but that's pretty insane. Is there any other games you guys are looking forward to fighting wise?
Well, me personally, I want to get Skullgirls. It's a port of an older game, but it's the cool thing about the Skullgirls port is they're going to include a driver in there. So all those arcade sticks that Waffles and myself have, what? This is a little bit of line of code that's going to allow all of us that have these PS3 sticks, Xbox 360 sticks, to use those same sticks on the PS4 and the Xbox One.
And it comes with it.
Well, it's it's loaded in the game.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
It's set up so you can, instead of going out and buying another $100+ stick for the new systems, you can use the ones you already have. And they're going to actually make that driver available to whatever company wants to use it.
Right, because a stick, that's quite the investment that you make. You know, you can't go out buying multiple sticks for different systems. You know. What?
Do you make those sticks?
Yes, I do actually.
You do. What's your Twitter?
A_Reeves.
That's I'm sorry.
I know my Twitter name.
Put it right there again.
Oh, right here. A_Reeves.
Okay, A_Reeves, and it's there. You see that man? And what do you call brawl sticks? Is that what they're called?
Brawl sticks, arcade sticks,
Fight sticks,
whatever.
And you put anybody on there with Deadpool's in the chat.
Captain America or Wolverine.
You put anybody on there.
Probably some pictures.
Fantastic.
Later somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we definitely
So now, with all of this going on, what game would you guys feel that would break the bank per se in regards to an exclusive? Like, would it have to be? Obviously, Street Fighter would be, like, as you said, the grandfather, but what about a Mortal Kombat or a Dead or Alive, as you guys mentioned? Like, what if either system was able to
forgot about Mortal
hold
Kombat.
that down?
Does it come out in April?
Mortal Kombat's coming out pretty soon. I think that's the beginning of 2015. Yeah, I think right around April.
2015 is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
That's going to be a great year. You got Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7.
Yeah, if Mortal Kombat.
Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
Ultimate,
But
whatever you want to call it.
They're on both.
On all
They're on
platforms.
both. If Mortal Kombat ever made the jump, like truly made the jump and was only on one system, I'd actually follow that game. Because I loved that last one that they did. The last one they did was probably one of the best fighting games that's come out in a very long time.
You weren't a fan of the Batman one?
No, Injustice was great too.
No.
Nobody likes Mortal Kombat versus DC. Nobody.
What game? What?
DC versus Mortal Kombat, that one.
Oh, no, he knows.
Yeah, he blocked it out of his memory just like everybody else should.
Now, what if a company decides to bring something back? Maybe we'll say a 2-ball or a time. Was it Time Shifters?
Time Killers?
Time Killers. I mean, what would, besides Mortal Kombat, what of the lesser known titles would that get you guys to lean towards one way or another?
Well, Square's primarily Final Fantasy, so I don't ever see them making any other games besides Final Fantasy right now.
Guys, what was it? Guys?
Guys,
Yeah.
Tobal, yeah, but Time Killers, that looks like that would be a Kickstarter thing.
Yeah, it would.
That would have to be a Kickstarter project right there. I don't see
I don't think they'd bring that one back just
I don't
on their
see-
own.
EA or Activision saying, hey, let's make another Time Killer game.
No, I haven't heard either one of you guys mention Virtual Fighter. What's going on with that?
Great Kuji's realm over there in his you know,
Well,
have
somebody
They
gotta make
are
it for-
coming out with an update for that.
But
I
for
believe-
what system?
All the systems. You know,
Oh,
for
okay.
Virtua Fighter 5,
Okay.
what's it called, Final Showdown or something?
Final bout or
Final-
I don't know something. The problem I have with Virtua Fighter, and again, it's a very complex game. It's one of those, if you spend a ton of time with it, you can master it and be great and you know, have some outstanding fights. But it takes them 6 years to make 2 characters.
Oh, yeah. that's
Every
not-
single time. If you next Virtua Fighter's coming out, what's the
2
roster?
characters.
2 new people? Oh, okay, 2 new people. Great.
Wow.
So,
It's
you know.
not. Now, what about what's some of the guy with the hat, the
I
SNK
get the hat.
series? Not no. He's a fighting game.
Tight pants?
No, yes, he did have one tight pants. He has a brother.
Yeah, Andy. Terry
Yeah,
and
the
Andy.
Bogarts,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Andy and Terry. Is there any? Is that coming out?
SNK game?
Is that coming out on
Is
any
SNK
time?
even
I
still
mean, would you
coming
guys be looking forward to that if it was to happen?
Okay, here's the thing. I like King of Fighters 13. It was a great game. I enjoyed it. I didn't like the one that came before it. It was kind of lackluster. But the 13th one was really good. They're going to have to step up to where Guilty Gear stepped up, though. Because that new, oh, goodness. That new
You said
Guilty
as far as the definition look?
The
Okay,
look,
okay.
the presentation, that game was amazing. So if King of Fighters isn't on that level, they may also
And the
stop.
funny thing is that runs on Unreal 3. Like it's 3D, but it's made to look like it's
Cell
cell
shaded,
The
yeah.
Guilty Gear. Okay, I saw some
Looks
clips
like a
of it. It looks
cartoon.
pretty
It's
solid.
like you're controlling a cartoon. I'm like, yeah, this is what Dragon Ball needs to be too. If they need to get to that level.
Actually, I would have preferred Street Fighter to look like that. Street Fighter 5. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm kind of over the whole ink tone thing.
Yeah,
You know,
and I think that was one of the things that I didn't like about the Street Fighter 5 announcement. I'm like,
Yeah,
it
it's
looks like 4. I mean, I'll still get it because I mean I like Street
Right.
Fighter, but it looks like one of the older games.
Okay. Now I know a game that you guys were all fans of. If someone was able to get the rights to this, minus your Mortal Kombat, would this be what shut everything down? Would be the Marvel versus Capcom? Would that be like just the end game?
No, it's Ultimate
It's kind of
3. It lost. I mean, people still play it, but it's not
two
what
is-
it's not with 2.
Well, what happened to it? What happened?
simplified it. Okay, here's
Made
the
it
thing.
easy for everybody.
Too easy. All right, here's the thing. X-Men versus Street Fighter, 6-button game. If you were good at Street Fighter and Killer, you know, some of the older 6-button games, you were decent at that game. Some people were more creative than others, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
You got into Marvel vs. Capcom, they started taking away buttons and giving you assist buttons instead. I'm like, hold on.
Oh,
I'm a 6-button fighter. That's what I grew up playing 6-button. And now you brought it all the way down to 3 buttons. I'm like, You give me 6 buttons, or at least the option to go back to Marvel Capcom 2 control style or something. But
Okay.
they were like, look, Staples, send a check. Here's the easy button.
okay. Lastly, of all the fighting games you've played, what would you like to see on a PS4 or Xbox One?
I would have to say Darkstalkers or Vampire Savior, whatever you want to call
Okay.
it.
Okay.
They were almost there, but I guess nobody bought the arcade that came out. So
Okay. Darkstalkers.
I'm going to say Darkstalkers lost because it's Capcom. Capcom is milkers. They're cow farmers. They try to get everything they can. I'm going to say I'm kind of actually looking forward to Dead or Alive Last Round, another milked franchise, but hey, whatever.
Okay. Well, for all you at home, let us know what some fighting games you want to see on newer consoles, whether it's old and now the HD or the HD version or just something brand new. Send everything to us. Email, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn if you're old. We're everywhere. Don't forget to email us at gameshowchat@gmail.com for Waffles, all maple, for Chris GQ Kringle, for Megashaun, and for Game. See you guys later.
You ready? Aren't you a little young for full contact?
Aren't you a little old for video games?
You want to go at it again, huh?
Culture Junkies!